This is gonna be epic. Get ready for some Snowman versus Gingerbread Man DIYs. Take that, Gingies! You, the viewer, will get to decide the winner in this ultimate competition. But for now, let's get into those Snowman DIYs. First up is this chunky snowman that I got from Michael's, and I'll be using a plaque that I believe came from Dollar Tree, as well as plaster and ink chalk paint. While that's drying, I'm working on his nose, which is a carrot from the Dollar Tree that I painted orange, cut the stem off, dirtied it up with some antique wax. I drew on his face with a pencil, and a little trick is to erase all of your pencil marks before you start to paint. You can still see the outline, but it seems like no matter how well you paint, once you get the painting done, you can still see the faint outline of the pencil if you don't erase it first. So that's just a little trick that I like to do. I'm using a paint marker that I got from Hobby Lobby. I really love these to draw in the eyes and the mouth, giving him a little smile. And to keep with the chunky look, I used three, I believe they're 20 millimeter half beads. I'm not for sure. I've got those listed below if you want to check those out. And then for the band around his hat, I cut a strip of a wide ribbon, and I'm using Fabri-Tac glue to tack that down. And I did the same thing with his scarf. For his arms, I'm using some little willow branches that I got from Dollar Tree and simply hot glued those to the back. I decorated his hat with some scrap pieces of greenery and a berry for the center. To attach him to the base, I used a combination of wood glue and hot glue, and then just placed him down where I wanted him. I love this piece. He is absolutely adorable. Then I wanted to decorate the base, so again, using some scrap pieces of greenery, I'm hot gluing them down. And again, guys, if I can find a snowman similar to this, I will link it in the description box below. So be sure to check that out. He turns out absolutely so cute. I love him. But to finish him off, I like to use this product called Snowtex. It gives a lot of texture to the piece. And to apply it, you can dab it on with a sponge or a paintbrush. I just cut up a piece of a kitchen sponge, added it to various places around my snowman, and look at him. You guys be sure to let me know what you think about this one. My next snowman DIY was inspired by a fellow YouTube creator. You will need two complete sets of the drawer things from Dollar Tree, and then you'll just need the insert part of another. I'm using 4 wood beads for his feet, which I have listed below in case you're interested. And then I'm using 2 wood candle cups from Hobby Lobby to serve as the drawer pulls or his buttons. And I'm only going to use hot glue to attach all of this together. And once it's all together, I'll paint it. If you're new here, I want to take a minute and welcome you. My name is Robin, and we have a lot of fun around here. If you like country, farmhouse, rustic, and just having a great time sitting around the craft table, chatting and crafting and all that kind of fun stuff, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and stick around and join the crafty crew here. We'd love to have you. And if you've been with me since the beginning of this YouTube craziness, you guys know I love you. And drop me a comment down below and let me know which one of these snowman DIYs is your favorite. And or just let me know where you're watching from. I always love to read your comments. They really, really make my day. Now, as you saw me do a while ago, I took a piece of craft stick and I covered up that little cutout that is on the insert part only. So be sure when you're gluing it together to have that part facing the back. Now I'm just attaching the little wood candle cups to the other two drawer inserts just using hot glue. I felt that was sufficient for this project. For the brim of his hat, I took one of the rectangular pieces of wood that you get in a 6-pack from Dollar Tree, and then just a scrap piece of wood I had laying around for his actual hat, and hot glued that together. Now I'm going to paint his body with plaster and the hat, of course, with black chalk paint. Welcome to the Team Snowman versus Team Gingerbread Man challenge. I, of course, am on Team Snowman. So when Brenda approached me about this idea, for my two teammates, I picked Janice from Craftastic DIYs and Amanda from Six Kids and a Glue Gun. Heading up Team Gingerbread would be Brenda of Rustic and Lace DIY and her two teammates, Crafting in Mimi's World, also known as Jackie, and Kathy Joe from Kathy Joe DIY. Now, where do you guys come in? It's going to be up to you to decide which team wins. Is it going to be Team Snowman? Yes. Hint. Yes, yes. I'm kidding. Or Team Gingerbread. There will be a link in my description box for you to go and vote. Please only vote once you have watched all of the videos in this challenge. Extreme bragging rights are on the line here, guys. So please play fair. Watch all the videos. I know you're going to get great inspiration. And for those of you that like both snowmen and gingerbread men, you guys are going to have a tough choice. But once again, the playlist link will be in my description box along with the very important voting link. Once it was dry, I took some fine grit sandpaper and just went along the edges of his hat and on the little drawer pulls to give it just a little bit of distress and nothing crazy. That was just enough. And of course, this is totally optional. Now, as you saw earlier, I was using a craft stick and I cut out the shape of his nose, and I used the Spice Pumpkin by Americana to paint it. You can use any shade you'd like. I used the burnt umber to draw in the lines on the carrot. And now I am using a pencil eraser to make his eyes, and then the same technique with his mouth. I then ripped a piece of fabric and went all the way around his hat to finish the look, and did the same thing to make the scarf. I then finished him off with some holly berries and leaves. You can leave him closed up, or you can open those drawers and put candy inside or some greenery. This is my husband's favorite. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. For this DIY, I'm using a rectangular charger plate from the Dollar Tree and 3 square ceramic coasters from Dollar General. I gave everything a good base coat of spray paint, and I'm painting one of the coasters in the color Ocean. The other two I started painting evidently with an old bottle of paint. It left little paint bumps, so I took a piece of fine grit sandpaper and sanded those bumps off, and I repainted them using this color called Southern Bluebell by Hobby Lobby. Now you're probably thinking, Robin, your tray is already white. Why are you painting it again? Well, I had experimented. I wanted to dry brush those little bumpy things around the tray. I didn't like it. Then I tried dry brushing some on the inside of the sides of the tray. I didn't like that either. So I repainted it, but it needed something. So while the paint was still wet, I covered it with silver glitter. I also took 2 wood snowflakes from the Dollar Tree and am using the Snow Tex. I love this stuff. It gives texture. Plus, I use it to cover up those holes that are really annoying. And while the Snow Tex was still wet, I also doused these two with glitter. To attach them down to the coaster, I used E6000 and hot glue. Now, someone, and I thank you greatly, sent me these gorgeous rub-on transfers from Essential Stencil. I have no idea who this person was. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. There was only a note inside that said, "Get your craft on." And they had drawn a little heart, and there was also a little paw print. So they sent me 3 sets of transfers from Essential Stencil. I was floored. And I thank you to whomever you are. So, anyway, I have a link below if you want to check those out. Um, as you just saw, I applied the rub-on transfer of the snowman to the coaster that I painted in the ocean color. And to make sure, since these coasters are heavy, I want this piece to really stay. So I'm using E6000 and hot glue to attach the coasters to the tray. And because my little snowman dude is the star of the show, I also put 2 tumbling tower blocks on the back of that coaster using the E6000 and hot glue. To make him stand out a little more, I once again reached for the Snow Tex and added some simple greenery to the upper left corner because I did not want to take away from it. And guys, I love this. Love it. Let me know what you think because I think this is my favorite. Okay, for this rustic little snowman door hanger, I'm using a Dollar Tree sign that I had painted with plaster, but I never did anything with it. I took a 6-inch grapevine wreath, and I think that's a 3-inch grapevine wreath. And I'm hot gluing them down to the board with a boatload of hot glue. Now, um, as I said, for my rustic country farmhouse lovers, you're going to love this one. Now, this is an Uncle Sam hat, and I peeled the paper off, and I'm taking the staples out, cutting it in half. I'll paint it black, and then we'll come back and decorate it in a second. Now, don't worry. I know what you were thinking. Oh, she's left that horrible gap in between the 2 wreaths. I'm just using simple greenery, filling that in, experimenting. I want it simple, but yet just farmhouse-ish pretty. Now, my crafty friends, if you are still around the craft table with me, I want you to leave a snowman emoji down in the comments and let's blow it up. Team Snowman rules. Yeah. Seriously, if you're still around my craft table, please leave a snowman emoji down below. Show your team spirit. Now, once the hat had dried, I embellished it with the same red gingham check ribbon, a little bit of greenery, and my Snow Tex. Now, I don't know what this stuff is that I'm using as a hanger. It's not wire. It's not jute. I got it at Hobby Lobby. Um, it's really cool because you can like shape it. Now, I thought I was done once I put the hanger and the little heart on there, but no. So I went back with some moss chalk paint and just did really, really light brushing all the way around the sign. And there you have it, a very simple farmhouse style snowman, totally customizable. Guys, drop me a comment. Let me know which one of these DIYs was your favorite. And most important, go vote. After you've watched everybody's videos, vote which team. Team Snowman or Team Gingerbread Man? You know you want to vote Team Snowman, right? Okay, good. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, y'all go get your craft on. Bye.